putting the finishing touches on my for to be released book the last 3 days, Seven Dust Saga Volume 1. And the intent for this stream is to just interact with the public as I'm doing the work. So I'm aware that the links in my descriptions are dead. I'm not sure why, but copy paste decided to cut them in half when I pasted them. That explains the two periods at the end. But either way, I'm not stressing about it because the book isn't actually available for sale yet, and we'll finish that. We'll fix that after I've finished this. But I'm grabbing chat real quick so I can see that. Not really expecting anyone because it's the middle of the day, but hey, you never know. And have chat appear above others at all times. And Libre Office Writer is not what I was going for. Ah, here we are. Pro Writing Aid. That scene is donezo. So on to... Yeah, that'll be 9:30 a.m. instead of Chapter 1, Part 3, because I'm finding timestamps helps with flow a little easier. Actually, 37. And 9:30, yeah, that would make sense as they go deeper in the ruins to have a time skip like that. All right. Perhaps I was wrong. I'm finding a few more mistakes and correcting them. All right. And Alex's shortcut. Vertigo. And all right. Order dad. That's a paid suggestion trying to turn an action into a description. No, thank you. And chapter 2 begins at 10:30 a.m. after they get home from the shortcut. And this is where the paid content begins. Spoiler alert! And why isn't chat staying on top like I told it to? Okay, thin it out. Okay, it didn't disappear deep enough to be picking my nose, I scratched the edge of it. That's the difference. Oh man, come on, nose. You want to start dripping after that too? Post-nasal drip. Pain in the butt. Random itchy places all over. That's nerve damage for you. Random pain, random itches. All right. And the program is moving smoothly. That's good. How many frames have I lost on the stream? Not that it matters, but I'm going to check anyway. 4%. That's acceptable. All right. Fucking matter. I just had an idea. Hang on. Yes, my phone is in my hand on camera. This should not be unusual for anyone who's watched the gas station era in any degree. Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but just remember, you are here. You survived, and you matter. To hear this, but just remember, you are here. You survived, and you matter. All right, with that affirmation out of the way, back to work. Ah, and I never touched on why Caucasian people are using katanas, but whatever. It's a different planet, different world, and who knows, katanas might have just been what they like. All right. Why did I type that as village? It's town. It's too large to be a village, but too small to be a city. But as for some of the threats just in the local area of Tetala, think acidic slimes, giant bats, dire wolves, giant hornets the size of truck tires, and the occasional organopsian or scorpion. And yes, gorgonopsian is the plural for gorgonopsids. Held together by pure bull-ass headed stubbornness. Yeah, that's perfect. Then on to page positive 13. First of all, pull this one together since pasting the story into Pro Writing Aid shredded the spacing between the paragraphs for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Inside, it smelled like freshly baked bread, a light scent of cinnamon, and a slightly heavier scent of cigarette and marijuana smoke. Yes, I'm completely serious here. No nonsense. Cyrus burns down. I mean, the author burns down, so why wouldn't Cyrus? But really, fuck walls and guards. This house didn't need armor. It was filled with a love so thick you could cut off a piece and eat it. It was that fierce, illogical love that hangs on even when reason and the house's insulation runs thin. Oh, I don't know why, but this section of the book is so wholesome that it makes me feel joy just to be going through it. Yes, it went from darkness and the characters almost being eaten by a gorgonopsin to wholesome home life, like any story deserves. All right, that's page 13 pulled together. All right, decapitalize aura, add a comma there. All right, this scene. The air seemed to settle around her as she walked up. Her smile turned into a grimace when her eyes caught her husband and oldest son covered in gore. Alex stood slightly behind Zachary. I can explain, she said. Anna shook her head. You killed a monster with that railgun again, didn't you? She asked, crossing her arms. Yes, ma'am, Alex responded. I figured. I heard the sonic boom from here. Half the whole town did, really, Anna said. What was it this time? Dire wolves? A giant snake? Anna questioned further. A stray gorgonopsid almost ate Cyrus, Alex said bluntly. Anna's jaw may as well have hit the damn porch floor. Anna's nostrils flared as the smell of ammonia hit them. Okay, first of all, as I'm reading that aloud, we've already said Anna multiple times, so I'll replace the beginning of this next paragraph with her. Nostrils flared as the smell of ammonia hit them. Zachary, dear, go take a bath, Anna said, and a statement like that was never a request. It was an order. Zachary took Freylight off of his belt and handed it to Cyrus before making his way inside. Okay, I gotta continue this. Anna's gaze flicked to Cyrus, catching him straight on, face red, barely staying calm. A fucking Gorgonopsid, Cyrus? She nearly screamed. Easy, Anna. It practically ambushed us. Cyrus protested. He's right. It burst through a wall in the ruins, and before that, killed at least 4 people before they arrived, Alex interjected. It won't hurt anyone else ever again. She placed a hand on her wrist, and this seemed to calm Anna down. All right, and this isn't a new chapter, but a new timestamp would be prudent. In fact, screw chapters. I'm just going to use timestamps. Some of the best books I've ever read use that format. Crust cookie! Oh, shoot. I just learned my microphone isn't running. Properties. How about now, JLab? No? All right, all right. I'll grab the Yeti. Okay. Unplug this flash drive, slide it aside, and plug in the multi-tap. And properties.
All right. Whoops. My apologies, Cookie. Looks like I'm going to have to do those 3 videos over again as one later and take them down. Oh well. It was pretty much just me gushing about Tobias Sammet and Modest Mouse and going into Sabaton's actual history to prove they aren't Nazis. But either way, back to work. Especially since that scene I just read aloud didn't get. Yeah. Yeah. Just making some grammatical changes now to make it a little more professional looking because I mean, yeah, I'm going for a low price point, but the story deserves to have some professional polish. All right. And left there, but paywall suggestions that I don't need, so moving forward. No suggestions here. Alright. So I'm going to reread that scene from the book that I edited while the mic was unplugged. So the door cracked open with its signature double chime, and out stepped Anna, smiling widely. She was Cyrus's wife and Zachary's mother. In this house, she was the boss. Like she owned the complete house, and even the sky beyond it. When she said jump, you asked how high. But all humor aside, she was a very kind person, and she'd come out of the door looking like she'd walked out of an old-ass oil painting. Straight up grace, down to the bone, even with her apron perpetually covered in flour like a crime scene. Her dress was simple and light pink, likely handmade, and her brown hair was losing its will to stay in anything resembling a bun, frizzy from the day. She had just she just had that aura, the one that was quiet, but not that weak ass stuck kind quiet. More like, even in the thick of the mess, she made time to tap the brakes. Always something with this computer. Alright. More. Alright. More troubleshooting because of like fuckface straight